Lee Blythe opens the door to his sugar house and prepares to turn the sap he has collected from maple trees in this 350-gallon container into maple syrup. First, he must start a fire in his syrup-making equipment to boil and condense the sap into syrup. The eventual end product is an amber color syrup which Blythe puts in these 8-ounce bottles and is sold or poured over pancakes at the Blythe's Family's Federal Grove Bed and Breakfast.
Our restaurant, bed and breakfast, is our main line of business there, and this is simply something we sought out a food. We thought about growing strawberries, and we kind of looked around. There's a lot of folks growing strawberries, so we said, maybe we'll do something different, unique, and with our food business already, we wanted something food related, and the maple syrup was folded right in there. So, this was the Shakers. This land we're on here was actually a part of the original farm, but the house that we have, Federal Grove, actually encompassed this area too. The Shakers had another farm right over here in the early 1800s, 1810. They called it the Sugar Maple Farm. So this historically has been sugar maple country, so we think it has a nice historical tie-in too.
During a 6-week window in late January through early March, Blythe has about 500 taps on maple trees, collecting sap to make the syrup. This tree has 3 taps with plastic tubing leading to a 5-gallon bucket. Blythe takes the bucket and dumps the collected sap into this 350-gallon tank on his truck. But most of the woods where Blythe collects the sap, he has a network of plastic tubing running from one sugar maple tree to the next.
These are called your sidelines here. They actually go into the lateral line, which is kind of a network that continuously loop to one another. They're all feeding back into the main line, which is a larger diameter. This, in this case, is a 1/2-inch main line.
The system operates using gravity, just like the northern maple syrup producing states, as there must be a continual downhill slope to get the sap to its destination. The destination is this large livestock watering tank, and when the temperature is just right, between 30 and 45 degrees, the sap flows freely. From here, Blythe dips the sap out with a 5-gallon bucket and puts it in his holding tank to take back to his sugar house for processing. University of Kentucky forestry specialist Deborah Hill, who came to see Blythe's operation, is originally from Massachusetts and is very familiar with maple syrup production. She believes it has a future as a cottage industry in Kentucky.
We are never going to be a maple syrup state like New England or New York or Ohio even. But I think the kinds of things that Lee is talking about, to do it on a small scale and on a regional scale, I think it could be a very successful cottage industry.
It takes between 35 and 50 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. And this year, Lee Blythe hopes to make 250 to 300 gallons of the sweetness. From the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, I'm Jeff Franklin reporting.